Hey y'all, welcome to Jivetalk, where we talk about sports and pretty much anything else relevant. And what's relevant is Jon Gruden is a bigot. No, I'm just kidding. But he is though. That's how we started. Yeah, that's how we started off. Good weekend, boys.
Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me
Jon
too.
Gruden, he's a bigot.
Yeah, Jon Gruden's a bigot. Saints win, LSU loses, but what else is new?
What else?
You know what I'm saying? But no, LSU sucks.
Terrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
But that had my weekend going off to a pretty bad start, but the Saints made it all better on Sunday. Got to chill, do some homework, got to my grandma's, watch the game. Yeah, it was good. How about you?
I just watched the games and shit, LSU sucks. The Saints are good. Life goes on.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And he partied all weekend.
I mean, I have to. I can't watch LSU.
He did not want to watch LSU lose and just sit there.
I can't watch that team sober. I can't do it.
It's horrible.
Yeah. What about you?
My weekend was pretty good, Didn't really do much. I was just editing for this podcast.
Oh, yeah. He was also editing for his own videos. Y'all need to go and subscribe to Swaggo Blocker.
Link somewhere in the description down there.
Link's probably up here somewhere.
No, I'm just kidding. All three places.
Yeah.
Nah. So Jon Gruden is a bigot. Basically, what happened today, for those of y'all who do not know, the NFL had an investigation into the Washington football team's work relations or something like that. Something or other. Yeah. And basically what it was like an investigation into like how the staff is, treating and what's going on with from players to staff, you know what I'm saying? Like how the staff is talking, just like what's going on.
Yeah.
That's an edit. But anyways, so basically Jon Gruden gets caught sending messages.
He's caught in 4K, bro.
Yeah, sending messages to the Redskins staff. Basically, he gets caught using homophobic slurs and like directing it at people. So the homophobic slurs, he used one homophobic slur to talk about Michael Sam. Yeah. Which is like, we haven't really heard about that guy since
like 2014.
Since about 2014. But I will say, like, as far as gay people actually coming out, like NFL players, like he's got to be one of the first like big household names to ever do it.
He was the first one I remember. It was like a big deal when it happened too.
It was a big deal.
It was before he came to the NFL. It was like he was going crazy in Missouri.
He was going crazy in Missouri.
After that year, he went crazy. He said it before the draft.
Well, and also, he was embracing, and I think he like smooshed another man on camera when he did actually get, Yeah. And I remember people had things to say about that. But I mean, anyways, so like they caught him back then saying crazy shit about that. Then he used a racist trope to the NFL Players Association director, DeMaurice Smith. Like, I don't know what he called him, probably something really bad. But I mean, this definitely makes sense as to why he resigned or why he was let go or whatever it might have been.
I think he was let go. They're just saying.
I mean, he probably resigned before like stuff could really get put into action. Yeah. But I mean, this definitely makes sense as to why that happened. And I mean, not only do you lose face with the whole entire locker room because you're saying racist shit, but now you're saying homophobic slurs. Mm-hmm. You have one of your best defensive players on the team. Carl Nassib, one of the better.
I think that's the only gay player in the league that's come out. So it's like
there's another one. There is another one. There's more. But I mean, like I mean, Carl Nassib is on your team.
Yeah, and
he's one of the better defensive players in the league. On top of the fact that he is, gay.
Yeah.
So it's like you're losing face with your defense. Mm-hmm. Losing face with all. It was. I mean, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense to keep him. You know what I'm saying? With all the extra drama surrounding the team. Anyways, they lost 2 in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tough for the Raiders. They were looking good. It always happens to them. They always look good.
Of course. I mean, last year they were one of the more promising teams, and I did root for this team. Going into the season, I was on the train.
Yeah.
But they're starting anyways, like, this point of the season can be like really telling on both sides, on the field and probably, through the organization itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, I feel like they're in very similar places. The Raiders are kind of falling off the trail.
Yeah, it's sad to see because it's always something every year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
something always gets them. It sucks that this is what it is, and it sucks because it's just so tragic. Something that didn't need to happen.
Yeah, they've already lost 2, but they've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that
gotta go to Denver this weekend.
And Denver's 3-2.
Teddy's
balling.
Yeah.
Denver's 3-2. On top of the fact that the defense is one of the top in the league too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Raiders lost to the Bears, and the Bears just really outplayed them. Yeah. To tell you the truth, you can tell something was off. I don't know if it was this or not, but I mean something was definitely off.
The vibe was off.
Yeah. But the Raiders, look out for them because their stock is constantly falling by the week, and if this weekend forms as a loss, then it's only the beginning, if you ask me.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, sticking to NFL, Packers and Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you have to say about that?
It was a great game.
Yeah, indeed.
I just can't for the life of me understand how the fuck you're an NFL kicker and you can't make field goals.
Yeah, he missed 3.
And it's like both teams, the Bengals and Packers, were just missing.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like,
it's Max Crosby, one of the better kickers in the league.
He missed 3 of them.
Yeah, one of the better kickers in the league.
They still sent him out there for that game winner, though.
Yeah. But I mean, he still did it. I don't know. Me personally, there's no way I would have sent him out for the game winner.
No, I would have told Aaron to get that bitch in the end zone.
Yeah, I'd have been like, me and Aaron Rodgers, Aaron, you're the field goal kicker from now. Yeah, I don't care if you got to take a 30-yard shot to the end zone. Mm-hmm. I trust that rather than somebody who's already missed. And they trust him to kick a 49-yarder.
True.
Hey, he made it tough, though.
But I don't know. I think the game is really about – because I don't know if it's going to quite happen this year.
Yeah.
For the Bengals. But I do think that this game is a lot about the Bengals because if you actually watch the game, Joe was going blow for blow with Aaron Rodgers.
He was.
Yeah. And not only that, Joe showed resilience throughout the whole game. Yeah, got put on his ass. Yeah. No, it was very bad.
It was bad.
It was a pretty brutal hit. He got hit.
Twitter was saying "Oh, it's done. He came back in that bitch. And Joe's a G, bro.
Joe's a G. We know this, but not everybody else might. I mean, everybody else paid attention to Joe Burrow in college, so it's not like everybody paid attention to the Heisman.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're putting anybody on new stuff, but it's just like Joe Burrow's gonna be one of the greats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I believe so.
Yeah. He's got a mean streak in him where it's like, and if you've ever heard the guy mic'd up, he really gets fired up. He's not like the rest of the players. You know what I mean? He just, I don't know, he carries something else with him.
He just got that energy.
He does. But yeah, you have any more NFL games to talk about? Bills and Chiefs?
Yeah. So the Bills are playing out of their minds.
Yes.
Since I think they got embarrassed week 1 in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And they've just been playing insane ever since.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite team to watch. I've watched them the past 2 weeks. Just fun. Defenses out here picking off stuff. You got Gregory Rousseau, defensive lineman rookie, out here picking off Patrick Mahomes. They're just having too much fun out there.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like he tipped it to himself. It was like a rebound or something. Just tipped it up and then just smashed it. But he's 6'6". I think he used to play power forward. Yeah. Or I don't know if he used to play power forward, but either way, if he's 6'6", he's built like one. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I mean, they really got after Patty yesterday. It's not that they much so. I'm gonna sit here and say the defense got that Chiefs offense number.
Yeah.
I mean, they've played them a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
It's an experienced defense. And I think teams are starting to figure out the whole Patrick Mahomes thing. Because, like I said a couple weeks ago on the show, all those low percentage, behind the back passes and all that razzle-dazzle stuff, it's cool, but it doesn't work. It's not high percentage. It's not going to work for you every time. And defenses are starting to realize that.
Yeah.
Now, I still think that the Chiefs are going to bounce back. They're sitting at 2-3 right now. I still think they're going to go on a win streak, and we'll just you know what I'm saying? I think.
Well, they definitely have the potential. I'll say that. I mean, but there's not a lot where, I mean, I said this about the Chiefs. The Chiefs do not have a good defense. They don't. So it's like, I tell you, I mean, a lot of the time, they just got to race teams to the finish line. And it's like, if they can outscore, I mean, it's like the Houston Rockets. Yeah. It's like the Houston Rockets when they went small. Yeah. And they were like, forget second chance points or rebounds. We got some firepower and Russ and... Or maybe that 3-point team.
The one with Chris Paul.
The one with Chris Paul.
Yeah, that was the one that there the whole thing was, we're going to outscore you.
We're going to outscore you, yeah.
It worked until it didn't.
It worked until it didn't. Nobody could stop it until, they could.
And that's what's going on with the Chiefs.
And that's really what's going on with the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. For 4 quarters, they think that they have enough firepower to put you out there on the field so many times. You know what I mean? Yeah. To where it's just like, they're just going to outscore you. You're going to take longer with the ball. They're just going to be going down the field. But the truth of the matter is they got schemed up. Yeah. You know what I mean? They didn't have anything really over top. Like, Patrick Mahomes' longest throw was 26 yards. Ooh. Yeah, no, he's getting locked up. Okay. Yes. Wow. I think the Chiefs have the potential to come back, but for me, it's looking very grim. And it's like, what we thought about the Chiefs is really going to be the truth about the Bills. Yeah. If there's going to be a dynasty, it's coming out of Buffalo, New York. I'm sitting here telling you right now. Josh Allen ain't going nowhere. There's nothing that they can do to stop Josh Allen.
Yeah. It's like they had a coaching change.
McDermott. Look, McDermott is out there scheming up stuff for Josh Allen. Yeah, and it's like, when you got, first off, the Emmanuel Sanders addition is like amazing.
I was going to say that. That was really an underrated signing. I think.
People don't talk about that. I mean, we know about that because, we know about that because we are Saints fans. And so, like, we kind of can keep up with Emmanuel Sanders leaving us and going to the Bills. Yeah. But it's just like, for a lot of people, that probably flew underneath the radar. And shout out Josh Allen because my fantasy team, like, really dominated this week. We're not going to talk about who I went up against. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, let's change the subject.
Yeah, anyways,
the Chiefs real quick. I think the Chiefs will finish 6th in power rankings.
Ooh, by the end of the
season. By the end of
the season, the Chiefs are going to be 6th in the power rankings.
Okay,
I hear that. So it's just like, I don't know. When it comes, I think that the Chiefs are going to have a very bad season. Yeah. They're about to string together some losses.
Do you think so?
Yes.
That's what it's going to come down to.
I think that they're going to string together some wins only because there's too much talent.
Maybe 2 in a row, but never going back to back.
Okay. I'm positive in the Chiefs' downfall coming very soon. I'm not sure about when, but I know very soon. And it's just like, we got to talk about how good Josh Allen played. Yeah. Because it's like, Josh Allen, there's nothing you can do when the guy is carrying the ball like over 10 times a game for over 40 yards. Yeah. And it's just like, a lot of times, it's not even situation. He hurdled a guy.
He was running.
Just a leapfrog the man, a grown man.
He's really dual threat. Like, and it's crazy because like not a lot of people talk about him on his legs, but he really has wheels, bro. When he takes off an open field, like he's striding down that bitch.
Not only that, he's huge.
Yeah.
Like he's a power quarterback.
Big guy.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like he's hard to bring down. Sometimes it does take an extra guy to bring him down. Yeah. But I really do wonder, like, if he really had to put the the cape on and like pull like a Cam Newton or Lamar Jackson and just like go to the goal line, just run to the goal line, man. Like I think he would choose to do it, and I think he could do it.
I think he could do it for sure.
He's definitely making an argument to be one of the best, if not better, than Lamar Jackson. Yeah, definitely one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the league. Yeah, in the league. Yeah,
I see it.
We're gonna go to a segment.
Oh, a new segment on the show.
This is a new segment. New segment alert. New segment. New segment.
It's called Fi or Ass.
Fi or Ass.
Basically, this week I'm gonna name some teams, and these boys are gonna tell me if they're Fi or Ass. You want to go first?
You can go first.
All right. So I got the Carolina Panthers. Started off 3-0. You played 3 not great teams. You kind of play some better competition, and you lose the next 2.
Sam Darnold.
How do we feel about the Panthers? Fi or Ass?
I mean, I think Fi.
Yeah.
I think Fi.
I might have to agree. I think they are Fi.
I'm going to say Fi only because they have a nice system going with DJ Moore. Yeah. And it's just like Sam Darnold is proving that he is a better quarterback than expected. Okay. Especially because he's playing better now than he's ever played in New York.
That's true.
On top of the fact that, like, he kind of has a little bit of dual threat too. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't just stay in the pocket. Yeah. You know what I mean? On top of the fact that it's just like the Panthers have a great defense as well. Yeah, people aren't really talking about that. Their front seven is one of the better ones in the league. I mean, look, you know, my Saints kind of got locked down and shut down offensively by those guys. I mean, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, but I mean, like, that's what happened.
Happens.
Panthers are fire as fuck.
You agree?
I agree. Next one.
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns.
Defense got kind of roasted on Sunday.
Defense got roasted by a great offense.
Yeah, it was a great offense. Chargers.
And the team stayed in there. Yeah. They really did. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was all the way down to the finish. Ass.
Ooh.
Ass.
There we go.
Look, I'm going to sit here and tell you, the Cleveland Browns are ass. Odell Beckham is their only receiver for real. Not their only receiver because they throw to a lot of other people, but they do not get Odell Beckham involved.
Yeah.
All those points that were scored yesterday, and Odell Beckham, I think he only had 3 catches. And it was like, you know, embarrassing numbers for such a household name.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I know he still has it. I've seen it.
Hope he does.
No, I hope he does. He does. Odell still has it. But it's just like, I don't know. Like,
they got to get it to him.
Yeah, they got to get it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of those plays, you know, there's not very many wide receivers that are just home run hitters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meaning, like, you know, you can take something, a 5-yard catch, and turn it into a 95-yard catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, I feel like he is one of the few players in the league that actually has that ability. So you got to feed him. You got to. I mean, he's not just any other receiver.
It's Odell, man.
It's Odell.
We all know what it is.
Jarvis Landry is injured, man. Unless they can string together some wins until he comes back, if he comes back, you know what I mean? Ass.
What you think, Sway?
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree. I think they are fine.
Okay.
You know, I like Odell. Everybody really likes Odell, unless you know you hate him. But you know, he was one of our best LSU players.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to rock with Odell over there in the Browns.
Yeah.
I do need to get it together though.
Yeah.
But if they lose another one, I'm gonna have to change my answer.
Ooh. All right. Fire ass next week. No, I'm just kidding. But
what teams you got?
All right, for me, I got the Ravens. 5.
I'm gonna say 5 for the Ravens.
I was gonna let you keep going, but
I think 5. Yeah, I think 5 for me. They're definitely 5. And Lamar. One thing I'm gonna say about Lamar Jackson, he is a killer.
Cold-blooded.
To the point of where it's just like, I mean, these boys were down.
I really don't understand the Lamar hate at all. He's so good.
Yes.
So fucking
good. He is good. Lamar is very good.
I agree.
The thing is, these boys were down 9-22 in the fourth quarter. And it's just like Lamar Jackson, it's almost like if you watch the game live, first off, if you watch the game live, congratulations. You witnessed history. No, I'm just kidding. It probably wasn't history, but still, you know what I mean?
Close to it.
It was close to it. And because, I mean, it's just like Lamar Jackson had 442 all-purpose yards. Yes. And it's just like.
That's crazy, man. But
yeah,
I mean, so much hate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he gets so much hate. And it's just like, yeah, he had 442 yards all-purpose. And when it was time for, like, a switch in the game, like, he just, like, turned it on. And he was just like, you know what, we're not losing. And he just started going to Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown and just started marching them boys.
I think they're 5.
I think
mainly because of Lamar Jackson.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, Hollywood Brown, 10 catches, 10 targets, 9 catches, 125 yards. Mark Andrews, 13 targets, 11 catches, 147 yards. He did wonders for me in fantasy too. Oh, God. And the defense is fouled too. So they're not only are they fouling one side of the ball, they're fouling the other side of the ball. So it's just like they had 7 tackles for loss and then 2 sacks with 7 quarterback pressures. Yes. They're the truth. And so is Patrick Queen. Shout out LSU. Yes.
You gotta shout him out.
All right. Another team on my 5 or ass list, the Chiefs. Chiefs are ass. Ass?
Yeah, they're pretty ass right now.
Yeah.
It was really just like, I don't know what it is. Like, they did the whole thing where they got their O-line fixed. And, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, they're struggling on offense. That's why I'm confused. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
This team should not struggle on offense.
Okay, the only reason why I feel like they are struggling on offense or why they struggled last night, All right, here, I'm going to say it. Chiefs are ass. The Chiefs are done. The throne has been taken, and it's been taken by the Bills, and it happened on live TV in front of everybody on primetime television.
Yeah. Sunday Night Football.
Yes, Sunday Night Football. Everybody saw Patrick's crown get taken off his head and get put on to Josh Allen. Josh Allen did what Patrick Mahomes did.
Yeah.
On 15 of his passes, Josh Allen threw for 315 yards.
Sheesh.
3 touchdowns.
You think he's better?
I think he's okay.
He only completed 15.
I don't think he's better. I don't think he's better, but he's playing quarterback better right now.
Yeah.
For his team.
For sure.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say that doesn't really help Patty's case, okay, people are figuring you out. Like, everybody you talked about it, the no-look passes. Good mobile quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Like, Patty can make every throw, but what you got to do is you got to scheme up against him. Mm-hmm. But, not everybody can do it because it's like everybody, not everybody has a team.
Yeah.
The thing about the Bills is the Bills got the team. They got great safeties and one great corner. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're out there and you got Poyer out there and you got Micah Hyde out there with Tre'Davious. Yeah. So it's like you can cover everything that's like short with Tre'Davious because Tre'Davious, we know how like a lockdown corner he is, and when you press him up on somebody, and then over the top, you just got Tyreek Hill just running into like safeties. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like they really bottled up the offense and like put them in a jar and put them on a shelf and rolled them into it. Because like, boy.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah. No, definitely. Because it's just like Chiefs got lit up and smoked. Bills smoked on the Chiefs pack, man.
All right.
Circle the wagons.
Sheesh. Man,
and I'm sitting here telling you, people, when you get schemed up like that on national TV, people are going to look. The Chiefs are done this year. I don't know about, look, I don't know about for the future, but they're done this year.
I think they can bounce back the next few games. I don't know who they play. I don't know what their schedule's looking like. Yeah. But as of right now, ass.
To me, it doesn't matter who they play. You know why? Because the defense can't do shit for them. The defense can't do shit for them. On top of the fact, you got people like the Philadelphia Eagles taking you down to the last possession. Yeah. And you won against them, but it's like there's so many other offenses that can do that against your defense because you suck. Mm-hmm. And like literally, they're gonna lose. Like I say, they have the potential to lose. I call it the Chiefs are gonna lose 3 more embarrassing games, like embarrassing losses to teams that they should just wipe. Just because of their defense. Yeah. Not even because they're getting schemed up, just because of their defense.
And if their defense is good, they sure haven't shown it,
Yeah, the defense sucks. They have one player. That's it. Yeah. Shout out Tyrann Matthew. Shout out LSU, DBU. Power rankings, you want to start with yours?
Yeah. I got the Bills at 1.
Okay.
For obvious reasons. They just look like the best. They look like a juggernaut right now.
Okay.
Ever since, like I said, I think they got embarrassed week 1. I kind of shitted on them. I put them at 11 after week 1. And they just came out fucking going crazy after that. So
yeah.
I did drop the Cardinals down to 2, my beloved Cardinals. But they're still good. They're still undefeated. But, Bills just became that guy this week. Mm-hmm. Number 3, I got the Los Angeles Rams. It's kind of weird because they played on Thursday. And I feel like Thursday was so long ago. But I feel like I haven't seen them in forever. But they got an impressive win in Seattle. I get Russ got hurt, but it's hard to win in Seattle nonetheless.
Yeah, Geno Smith came out there. When's the last time? Yeah. When's the last time
he came out there? I was like, Geno Smith, I haven't heard that name since West Virginia.
Yeah. And then he set video game records. It was a crazy amount of touchdowns in one game. Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know. Geno Smith, man, that's just a name I hadn't heard in a while. And it just came. He really let him down that 98-yard touchdown.
Geno Smith had some plays.
So at 4, I got Tampa Bay. Just a good team. Defense is shaky, but they're kind of – it's not as bad as the Chiefs, and they're kind of getting better every week.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady is a bad bitch, bro. Let me tell you.
Yes. Tom Brady is one of the baddest bitches.
Man, no joke. He's so good.
Yeah.
Sunday was the first time in his career where he's thrown 400 yards and 5 touchdown passes in the same game, bro.
Dang.
So the fact that he's fucking 87 years old and still breaking records is insane, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is crazy. No, Tom Brady is definitely one of the best quarterbacks I think I've ever seen in my life just throw a football. And it's like crazy because he doesn't have that crazy athletic talent. Except for this year, he has been scampering for some first downs. I've been noticing that.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that.
He just wants that 8.
And he'll make jokes about it, just like, "How you see that?" You know what I mean? Because he is older.
No one expects it from him.
But it's like, man, I tell Mike all the time. It's just like he has the perfect form. Like when it comes to throwing the football, he's not the fastest, but he gets those feet set, and it's just like
just.
Puts that tight spiral on the ball, and it's just going wherever he wants it to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
So at 5, I got the Dallas Cowboys. I talked a lot of shit on the Cowboys, and I like to do that, but I also got to give them credit where credit's due because their running game, Zeke really came into his own.
Yes.
And he's like going crazy right now.
He's becoming a workhorse.
He's becoming a workhorse. Yeah. They still got Pollard in there.
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb. I mean, there's just too much.
Dude,
there's a lot of firepower on the team.
No, but they have like a new receiver who is like catching like sideline like fades from Dak. I mean, you got Amari, you already got Michael Gallup still there.
CD.
And Jarwin. Jarwin's okay. Jarwin's not garbage.
He's a good time.
Yes.
It's really about their defense though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They've just been making it hell on everybody. I mean, Trayvon Diggs, 6 interceptions in 5 games. Like, the Cowboys haven't had a corner with 6 interceptions in a season since like 20. It's been a while. I'm gonna just say that. I don't know the exact year, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
And he's done it in 5 games. It's looking good for Dallas, but I'll be here when it falls down.
I'll be here.
Shout out Logan.
So
we'll
6.
Be here.
I got Green Bay Packers. Basically, they're just a team that we expected them to be ever since week 1. Maybe week 1 was just a fucked up week, but. So the Packers get blown out week 1, and ever since then, they've looked exactly how we expected them to look.
Yeah.
You played a tight game with Joe and them boys in Cincinnati, but at the end of the day, no win's a win in the NFL.
Indeed.
I don't feel like I need to explain much with that.
No.
7, I got the LA Chargers. I've been really impressed. It was a good win. It was kind of a shootout with Cleveland. I don't know if I really expected it to be that high scoring. Yeah, Herbert's really good. Mike Williams has really emerged this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like these people, they show so much attention to Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
That it's just like receivers like Mike Williams and like even Eckler is starting to do his thing in the passing game too. Like he's emerging. If somebody's emerging as like a better dual threat like running back in the league.
At 8, I got Baltimore Ravens. I really feel like 8 was disrespectful when I was making this list for the Ravens, but I'm just not sure if I think they're better than any of my top 7. But they play the Chargers on Sunday, so maybe they can prove me wrong.
Yeah, they beat the Chargers. They're definitely top 3 for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At 9, I got Cincinnati.
Wow.
I'm just really impressed. I don't think anybody expected them to be this good. They could easily be 5-0 right now. That's a couple plays went their way.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they had a rough game in Chicago, drove through a couple interceptions on the stretch, but they still were like in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in the Packers game, I mean, kicker kept missing field goals.
The kicker missed one to put it away, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah. But I'm really impressed by the Bengals. I'm excited to see how their season ends up. Nothing but good things I got to say about them. And at 10, I do have the New Orleans Saints.
Nice.
Yeah, I put them at 10. People really just don't know. Like, Sean Payton is a really good coach. And, like, no matter who's out there, he's going to scheme a game plan he thinks is going to work. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, it does work. And then sometimes you have weeks like when we played the Panthers where nothing works. But this team, the Saints, my Saints, they're getting healthy.
Yes.
And, ooh, boy, it's going to start getting real scary when Michael Thomas and Kenny Stills and Traquan Smith are on the same
They're not going to believe it. Y'all not going to believe it until y'all see it. They won't believe it until they see it. Week 10, we'll be back to talk shit about the Saints. Because I'm sitting here telling you, boys, it's about to get scary, Terry. Yeah. Yes, boy.
Yeah. Say it again.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, for my power rankings, at number 1, I got the Cardinals. They're the only undefeated team in the league, and it's like until somebody knocks them off, they'll stay number one. Because I mean, like, there's not anybody else in the league that has that title. On top of the fact they have beaten people, so it's like I got to give them that respect. Number 2, second best team in the league, arguably the first best team in the league, Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. I got to go with them. I mean, they just beat down a Kansas City Chiefs team, which I don't think anybody's really done in a minute.
Not in a while.
Not like really just beat them down.
I mean, the Bucs kind of did in the Super Bowl.
The Bucs did in the Super Bowl, but like the Bills definitely dismantled them, and it was just like
in Kansas City too.
It was from a defensive point too. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like them boys got bottled up, and it's like they couldn't really just march like they could on everybody else. Mm-hmm. They was making them go 10, 12, 13 plays, and it's just like it's the thing. It's what they tell you to do to the Chiefs. They did it, and it worked. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they had an offense that could score with them. The thing about the Buffalo Bills is they can be explosive whenever they want to. Yeah. And then they can ground and pound you whenever they like need to. Yeah. And it's just like a team that can do both. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, like, you know, it's just like a recipe for disaster. Yeah. They are a Super Bowl favorite for me out the AFC right now. Yeah. Number 3, the Rams. They still look probably like the second best complimentary football team in the NFC. Well, maybe the best complimentary football team in the NFC. I don't know anybody who's quite as complete as them on both sides of the ball. Mm. Therefore, I got to go with the Rams. At number 3. Number 4, the Bucs. Tom Brady and the Bucs kind of put up a whooping on the on the Dolphins, and they scored like 45 points, like to the Dolphins 17, and it's just like Tom Brady ain't gonna stop. He's not gonna stop just like putting up a number on people, but he did injure his thumb. So, like, if you got him in fantasy, I don't know. That's just something you want to think about. On top of the fact that he played Thursday. So it's like, think about that. I don't know. I got him, so
he'll probably still end up playing.
Oh no, he's gonna still end up playing. But I mean, it's just a matter of like how many yards he's gonna get. Yeah. So it's just like, but they go up against a pretty, bad team. So, anyways, number 5, the Chargers. Ooh. Definitely a top 3 offense, I would say, in the league. I got them behind the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, it's the second best offense. Number 1 has to be the Cardinals. Only because nobody's done anything to stop them. Yeah. Nobody stopped them yet. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Chargers, like you said, Mike Williams and Justin Herbert, they're proving to be one of the better duos in the NFL. Yeah. On top of the fact that Justin Herbert, he's mobile. You know what I'm saying? And Austin Eckler's coming into his own. It's like they're starting to finally have weapons on every outlet of the offense, from quarterback, running back, wide receiver. And I just think they're really complete, and there's no real weakness. Justin Herbert can throw any ball on the field that he really needs to. Mm-hmm. So for that, I got them at
Herbert's 5. Really emerging into like a really, really good quarterback.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, like, I was kind of wrong about Herbert. I thought Herbert wasn't going to be that good, but honestly, this far into the season, when it comes to like Lawrence, Burrow, and Herbie, I got to give it to Herbie. Herbie's probably had the better,
so far,
1.5 seasons, out of all of them. Yeah. Well, except for T-Law, but whatever. But number 6, right outside of the top 5 for this week. They got to win next week to like crack it. But when they crack it, they're not going to be 5. I'm just letting you know now. The Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Really good team. Like I said earlier in the show, Lamar Jackson is a killer. I don't understand how you can't game plan for the guy, because it's just like, you can have all these special abilities at the quarterback position. End of the day, speed kills. And it's just like, the better of a decision maker he becomes, then it's just like the more dangerous the Baltimore Ravens actually seem.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you saw it yesterday, the defense had the Baltimore Ravens in shambles for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens were down 9-22. And then all of a sudden, like, Lamar Jackson just went into the booth and put the cape on. It was like, we're not losing. And it's just like, nobody could do anything to stop Mark Andrews. He got whatever he wanted in the fourth quarter. Hollywood did his thing. And it's just like, man, I don't know. When the Ravens play like they played last night, it's going to take like a Josh Allen-like performance, a Kyler Murray, you know what I'm saying? Really good game to just derail that. You know what I mean? Yeah. They even beat the Chiefs in a good competitive game this year. It was a great game. You know what I mean? But hey, they're right outside of number 5 for me. Yeah, I kind of hated to do that, but hey, after them, I got the boys, the Cowboys. Man, 6. I got them at 7.
Oh, okay.
I got them at 7, and the reason why I got them at 7 is because, the offense definitely one of the better ones in the league. Yeah. If there's anybody in the NFC that's like rivaling the Cardinals for their offense, has to be probably the Cowboys. Okay. I mean, I don't think anybody really can stop them when they go 5 wide. They're an issue at every outlet of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they cannot run good.
Yeah, every position on offense are stacked. Even offensive line looks good too.
Yeah.
Nobody can really get pressure on Dak. Well, not yet, but we'll see. We haven't really. It's not. We can't say it's only week 4. You know what I mean? We can't really say that no more. But it's just like we're starting to get into the like nitty gritty of the whole situation.
Yeah. We're getting into the
the meat.
Potatoes.
We're getting into the meat. We're getting into the meat, boys.
Yeah.
Meat that.
I think the Cowboys are doing great this season so far.
Yeah, man.
But we're all gonna be here when it all comes tumbling down.
When it comes tumbling down, I'll be here to catch you. Oh man, the boys! I'm gonna definitely rain and dance on that parade. Yeah. Number 8, I got the Packers.
Okay.
All right, the Packers be playing some sloppy football. It's not that they play sloppy football; they got sloppy wins.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still a top 10 team, and like it could take. I mean, like this team could be anybody on any given day because their quarterback is just that good.
Yeah.
And their starting wide receiver, their number 1 wide receiver, is just that good.
Yeah.
Also, Aaron Jones played one of the better games that he's played in a minute. I've been waiting on that big game from Aaron Jones all season, but he's finally, proven to be the Aaron Jones of last year.
Yeah.
And, he's actually coming into, prime and rare form.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Tennessee Titans, you know what I'm saying? Reigning offensive, MVP and Derrick Henry. And it's just like, man, I don't know. I don't know what you really do to stop them. The only thing is, I'd say you just got to outscore them. Like, you got to have one of those, you got to beat them in the first half, damn near. Because it's like, if it's close enough and they have time to come back on you, they will. Because it's like their defense kicks it up a gear on top of the fact that Derrick Henry just starts to wear on you in that second half. And it's just like, once he does that, like, the Jets got lucky. I think people don't understand. Like, Jets got lucky. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like,
that's the reason.
It's not going to be an often occurrence. Go ahead.
That's the reason I refrained from putting the Titans in the top 10, just because they did lose to the Jets.
Yeah. They lost to the Jets, but it's like, are they still the worst team in the NFL?
No, it's up there. The Texans are the Lions are pretty bad. The Jags are probably the overall worst. Like,
the Jags have to be one of the worst, but I mean, their defense is okay.
They might be the Raiders now.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, man, that's what you get when you're from, where's he from?
Sandusky, Ohio.
Sandusky, Ohio. Let me tell all you bigots in Sandusky, Ohio. Do me a favor, do not watch the show. We don't want your views. We don't want your Sandusky-ass views. We don't want that. We don't want that. Stay in Ohio, that flyover territory in Sandusky, Ohio. Jesus Christ.
Disclaimer.
What you're saying, Dusty?
We do not have any beef with Sandusky, Ohio?
No, just Ohio in general. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, all the bigots need to stay that far of the Mason-Dixie line. Anyways, Titans at 9. Who that? Yeah. Saints at 10.
Gotta be.
Saints at 10. Saints are finally coming into their own. I would say this bye week, we do got a little bit of, more of an eyeball on them being Saints fans, and, this week they definitely do become healthier. And it's like,
it was a much needed bye week.
Much needed bye week, This is where we wanted to get as Saints fans. So 3-2, right before the bye, you get back Michael Thomas, you get back Onyemata. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People will not be able to run up the middle like they used to. I'm sitting here telling you right now, whoever's in, whether it be Chris Carson or I don't know who else is out there. I feel like it's A.J. Dillon. If not, then I'm wrong. But I don't know.
Seahawks?
On the Seahawks.
You got Rashad Penny. Alex Collins is out there too.
Okay.
But it don't matter.
It does not matter because not only do they not matter, and I barely know who they are, but I mean, it doesn't matter because we're getting Onyemata back and we will be able to stuff up the middle. And it's like, whatever you want, you better get it to the outside. And Seahawks fans, you better hope and pray that Russell Wilson is playing because that's the only chance that you guys beat the Saints.
Yeah.
I swear to God. If y'all beat the Saints, I'll wear a Russell Wilson jersey. I'll wear one.
On the pod?
I'll wear one on the pod.
Okay.
Yeah, a Russell Wilson jersey. I don't even have a Saints jersey. It's pretty bad. And I won't back out. I will not back out. I will not back out. All right? So that's it. Saints are number 10. We got a bye week coming up. So, I mean, by default, next week, we will be at number 10. Just letting you know. So, hey. Thursday, Eagles and Bucks. I predict a close game because I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts is one of the best. It is. It always is. I think Jalen Hurts is one of the better dual threat quarterbacks. Well, one of the better quarterbacks that can actually throw on the run. Yeah. That's him. He's good. And I got the Washington football team beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to lose 4 in a row. I'm serious. When I say this downfall is coming, it's going to come. They suck. Wow. They suck. They suck on defense. And Taylor Heineke is going to have a field day. Wow. They won't be able to stop him. Chargers and Ravens, overtime thriller. Wow. Ravens got to win it in overtime again against this team because it's not going to be easy unless they can just run out the clock. But I don't think they can do that. Chargers are really well coached. Oh, it's going to be a battle. And the Chargers are really well coached. Yeah. Really well coached. But, that is it for NFL. What about you? What you got?
Oh, that's it for me. Getting to college?
Yeah, college. So
Bama goes down.
Bama goes down.
Finally.
Is this about Bama losing or is it about Calzada?
Calzada played insane.
Calzada. Yeah, no.
He really showed a lot of toughness too. After that last hit, or that last touchdown he threw, he got hit right here in the knee.
He got popped.
He got popped, dude, and low too. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, this man finna come back. And the CBS commentators are like, oh yeah, Calzada's already the backup. You know what I'm saying? So the CBS commentators, they're like, oh, the next quarterback on the roster is a walk-on. And they came over to that dude. He just shook, bro.
Man.
Terrified, petrified.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, man, that's tough.
No, it was a great game. Calzada, 3 touchdowns, damn near. He got 15 shots from 300 yards, but I don't know. Honestly, Chiefs situation for Bama, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They got outpaced, bro. They got outpaced by that high-powered offense. It just couldn't help you. At some point, you just can't get help. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like if your offense if your team is just down that many points to another team that can score just as well as you can, then it's just like, look out, man. Because it's like, you better capitalize on their mistakes. But, Bama did not go down swinging. They lost by 3, and, they had a moment almost similar to, not to just, bring up, LSU at any point, because, we have nothing to talk about great this year. But kind of that 2019 season in that game against Alabama where it's like, we got out so much and then it's just like the momentum shifted. Yeah. The momentum kind of shifted for Alabama even in this game. And it's like, they might do it, but, ultimately it was just, too late. Yeah. They had the Chiefs syndrome, man, the Chiefs syndrome. And it is definitely taking over the football game. People are getting sick, becoming diagnosed. They're coming down with the Chiefs sickness.
You think that it's worse than the Ben sickness?
Oh, my God. The Ben sickness is bad. But, hey, the Steelers won this week.
Yeah, the Steelers won this week.
But they're also not in the top 10. So
we're going to relax on the Ben slander for this week. But just know, we'll be back next week.
We'll be back. We'll be back when they lose again.
Yeah.
Red River rival. Man. I mean, Red River showdown. Yes. Yeah, classic. What do you have to say about it?
It's insane to me how Spencer Rattler, the week before, he does all this. He didn't really play good versus West Virginia. And, the fans start chanting, we want Caleb. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that the pressure's on you. You got to go out there and ball.
Yes.
And what doesn't he do? He doesn't ball.
He doesn't ball, man. On top of the fact, I mean, like he didn't put the staff in a position where they don't even know who's gonna start next week against TCU. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, literally. Like, I mean, shout out Caleb Williams.
Yeah, for sure.
No, Caleb Williams definitely did step up to the plate, and I mean, like, the boy was running. He ran like a 66-yard long run.
Yeah, it was like a 4th and 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but the guy just ran. And it's like he didn't stop for a minute, man. And it's just like, Caleb Williams, crazy arm talent, mobile, bouncy, like, you know what I'm saying? It reminds me of, I mean, I'm not just saying Kyler Murray because he also goes to OU, but it's just like, like that league speed that we used to talk about, like the twitchiness. Yeah. It's just like, that guy moves different. You know what I mean? True. And Caleb Williams, I don't want to see Spencer Rattler get benched. Maybe all the hype's gone to his head. Maybe it's from being on QB1. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But, I mean, I don't want to see Spencer Rattler go out that way because, he'd be going out pretty damn sad. And you don't want that for a kid in college, especially him. You don't want him to start bouncing around to anybody. But if he wants to go anywhere, he can go to LSU because anything is better than Max Johnson. Yeah, but anyways, I don't want that to be the end of his career at OU. I would like for it to end better. I would love to see Caleb Williams, come out and start against TCU just so I can get to see this kid play some more football. Because, I mean, he's good. But, I mean, also Spencer Rattler should prove, why he needs to stay there. So, like, if Spencer Rattler starts playing like he, can, then it's like, you're still in good hands. So it's like, whatever. But, All State. But, hey, it's whatever. But all the quarterback, talking that was going through that game, people didn't really pay attention to the running backs, I feel like, ever. And that was like a running back marquee game.
It really was.
Bijan Mustard. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Bijan Robertson. 20 carries, 137 yards, and a touchdown. Went crazy. He's got to be a future Heisman candidate.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, Texas running back is amazing. He's amazing. And he's big, too. I mean, he's kind of got a big, frame. Yeah. And he's hard to bring down. Kennedy Brooks showed out, 25 carries, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. And that last one was beautiful. Did you see that? Did you see that? Like, to win the game, he, ran, damn near 20 yards to, ice the game in OT, right?
No, it was, with 2 seconds left.
Oh, with 2 seconds left, yes. Okay. It was in regulation, but it was, a last-minute
They were just trying to run the ball.
Run the ball, get down, call the timeout, get in field goal range, and he just took it to the crib. It was almost like a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay. We're done. I mean, unless you have something else to say after that. With college football?
Embarrassing loss for Texas.
Yeah, I mean, it's an embarrassing loss. There's no way you can go up 21 points and lose like that. Yeah. But, man, Texas has to, unless you're the Chiefs. Man, we are really getting on into there. No, oh well.
Fuck the Chiefs.
They suck, dude. Yeah, but anyways, I'm going to just say, look, when it comes to basketball and football, I'm always conflicted as to which one is more exciting. Yeah. Meaning, a home run is more exciting to me than, a game-winning drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because, it's just it's a split-second action, and either you're going to hit it or you're going to miss.
Yeah.
And it's just you hit it, and it's when it's a walk-off, it's just
It's the most lit shit ever.
It's one of the most litest things you've ever seen in your life. I don't think it's more lit than a buzzer beater.
That's what I was going to say.
In NBA.
I think that's probably the best thing in sports.
The buzzer beater is the best thing in sports. It's the most exciting play in sports. Because it's just if you've ever been there to watch one, you understand.
I just love it when the crowd goes silent when the ball's in the air.
Yeah, and then it drops through the net, and it's just
go crazy.
You know what I mean? God. It's just But anyways, one thing that I will say, when it came to how that game ended, OU versus Texas, that is better. That is better.
Yeah.
That is better than a buzzer beater.
Okay.
A long run. A long run, yeah. The one exception is a long run. Because first off,
long runs are hype.
Long runs are amazing. Because it's just man. When somebody starts from behind, when somebody scores more than 20 yards out, then it's like, man, like, especially running the ball, quarterback, wide receiver, anything, like, short to, like, a long, like, play, it's just amazing. Yeah. And just to see, like, him just kind of, like, weave through the defense, like, you know what I'm saying, and get the little gap. Yeah. Go down the sideline. It was actually really exciting to watch. So, kudos to OU. Hopefully this momentum can carry into, like, you know, the rest of the season. And, you know, from right now, they look like a pretty okay playoff team. Yeah. I mean, they might have to answer a few questions at quarterback, but other than that, I mean, they got the weapons on offense.
I'm not going to go ahead and shit on their defense because Sarkisian really is a good play caller and really good offensive line in general.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do enjoy watching OU more than LSU right now.
For sure. I enjoy watching paint dry more than LSU right now. Like.
Not the paint.
Yeah, paint dry, man. I don't know. LSU sucks.
We'll move on. We don't got to keep talking about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
They don't deserve our attention right now.
They don't. They don't deserve recognition at all.
If you could say one thing to Ben Simmons right now for showing up unannounced,
I don't know.
What would you say?
It's just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's the goal here? You say you want out, and then you don't show up to the first part of training camp, and Joel's like, yeah, who the fuck needs Ben Simmons? And then you show up, and you didn't tell anybody you were going to show up.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? What's your game plan? Like,
I mean, I don't know. It's definitely like a more selfish move. Yeah. It's more like just about him. When it comes to Ben Simmons, I feel like we're finally getting to meet, you know, this guy that everybody at LSU kind of saw.
Yeah.
This drama queen that just likes
For
to,
sure.
you know, do whatever he wants to do. And I just feel like, you know, maybe what would be best for him is to just, I don't know, maybe just like fall in love with your game. Fall in love with basketball again. Like, go to a place where it's like you don't have to, like, play with this team with this many eyes on you. Like, go to, like, anywhere else, man. You don't have to go to a contender. Go to the Spurs. Go to the Spurs. They'll get you right, man. I mean, you don't. I'm telling you, not only you probably won't even have to shoot if you play for the Spurs. Like, honestly, man. Like, just go to the Spurs. Go to somebody. Go to anybody else.
Dude,
you just need
Bulls.
You need a different staff, but it's just like I don't think he's built for the city. He's not built for Philly. He's not built for Joel Embiid. He's not built for all the criticism, all the, like, you know, people saying, you know, Ben is this, Ben is that. All the fuck Ben Simmons chants. Like, he's not built for it. No. You got to be built to be, like, one of these type of players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
in a city like Philly, yes, man. I mean, like, you know, I don't know. You just really got to understand, like, you're not, you know, playing in San Antonio. Yeah. You're not playing in Denver. You're not playing in Portland. You're not playing in, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee.
People are going to let you know how
These people are going to let you know how you're feeling. Like, it doesn't matter if you're one of the franchise players or not. You know what I'm saying? They're going to let you know.
They're going to tell it to you straight.
Hey, you suck.
Yeah.
You know, Ben Simmons, you fucking suck. You know, whatever.
That's how they talk, bro.
I said they're not wrong.
They're not wrong, but it's just like, you know, the dude kind of, okay, look. It sucks that he can't shoot. Yes. I mean, other than that, y'all know how I feel. I feel like he's a top 10 player, even without the shot. Just me.
It's just the chemistry thing for me. Like, obviously he's having trouble off the court, but on the court, you know, it's, you know, wishy-washy. He really, like, he'll have it one game where he'll score his ass off, but then he'll have another game where he gets like 5 assists and maybe like 10 points with no rebounds.
I think Stephen A. threw out a stat that was like, he's good for 22 to 26 points if he just makes his free throws.
True.
I was like, wow, that's crazy. He is good for 22 every night. Yeah, 22 to 26 points a night if he were to make his free throws. And that's like at like a 70-something% like clip. I was like, man. I was like, are you kidding me?
So you're saying you can have 30 tops every night?
Oh, man. I don't know.
I mean, they're going to put him on the line because he can't shoot.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing.
Maybe he's coming back this season whenever it starts and just has a good free throw shot now. Maybe that's what he's just... He doesn't want to show everyone that he has a free throw.
I have a free throw. I don't have a jump shot, but I have a free throw. You know what I mean?
So they won't try to foul him like they did, you know, every other person that they would hack a Shaq. But they definitely, I think what he really does need is that mid-range. Then he'll be set. He doesn't even really need free throws. If he can make 1 out of 2 every time, You know, that would be at least 20 points a game.
But Ben Simmons gets a mid-range is over with. And Joel already has his.
If he just needs to train with someone who can give him a mid-range shot.
If Joel could distribute the ball, like,
ooh,
not distribute the ball like Bam or like Giannis.
That's what I was going to say.
More like Giannis, like, but like, you know how Giannis can, like, Giannis is like, he'll get on the block on one side of the goal and just like one hand just like heave it to the other.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. You got all that attention on Joel, and then you just pass it to the other like side of the goal, top of the key or something. Ben Simmons catches it and starts drive. He drives all the attention. Man, it's just like, it's great, but it's just like, I feel like without Ben Simmons being that threat from deep, it's just like, you know, it puts the defense in a safer place. Yeah. And it makes it harder on everybody. Go ahead.
I was just going to add on what you were saying about Giannis. Remember that time that he heaved the ball across the court and hit Harden in the face?
That whole Giannis versus Harden thing was almost crazy. Because I remember Giannis was talking shit, and then Harden talked some shit back and was like, these niggas can't mess with me. None of them niggas can mess with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's
that was a wild time, bro.
That was a wild time. And, like, just to think that Giannis really got the last laugh and beat James Harden, like, in the playoffs.
So cool.
And went on to win the NBA championship before Harden.
It's all good.
It would have been great if it was the conference finals, though, because I wanted to see them get to the next round.
Well, I mean, that was a conference, wasn't it?
No, it was the semis.
Oh, who'd they play after that? The Hawks?
Hawks.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was the semis, but I mean, it's still like, that was your conference. They just met a little bit earlier than usual.
That's the thing. It would have been great if it was conference finals. Then the Nets to the finals against the Lakers. That's what everybody really wanted.
I mean, it would have been great, but I mean, like, look, they had their chance. They went 7 games, and they knew who they needed to beat.
Yeah.
We know.
It's just always an injury problem with the NBA now. Like,
yeah, it really is. It's about who stays healthy at the end.
I think, like, there was the most stars in a really long time that got injured in one season.
Yeah, and Jimmy said he was tired.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy and the Heat said they were tired.
I feel like LeBron never got injured. LeBron's never got injured like horribly bad like that until he had to play back-to-back seasons that were close together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
Him and Jimmy played their ass off.
No, there was no real offense. It wasn't like a month and 20-some days.
The finals were in October 2020, and I don't have anything. Yeah. The finals were in October 2020, and the season started in December 2020.
Man, so like, I mean, like, look at that, man.
It's like a whole month off.
Yeah, a whole month off, if that. I mean, it's just like, and if you're Miami, you didn't have that. If you're the Lakers, you didn't have that. Yeah. Man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine just a whole off season to celebrate, you know, what you did, or like to rest up.
At least they're going back to how they usually do it.
Yeah. You know? Both teams had a first round exit too the next year. But yeah, at least everything's finally getting on track. Yeah, look at their teams now. You know, both teams have stacked up. But I mean, you know, whatever. You know, we're getting back to the norm of things, and you know, we're finally shaping up. I'm ready. The playoffs. I mean, the preseason has already been going on. I've been watching my boy Tyler Hero. You know, he's been going off. A little bit of shaky game. He only had 7 points against the Hornets. Yeah. But I mean, hey, you know,
I think that
we ended up still winning. So.
Yeah. I think that this game was just a cool off for him because he doesn't want to waste all of his energy. You know.
I mean, I don't know. Basketball is just like you gotta, you know.
Some nights you have it, some nights.
Some nights you have it, some nights you don't.
True,
you know
that is true.
How do you feel about Tyler Hero saying he wants to be in the same category as Luka Doncic, Trae Young?
I need to see
Jason Tatum.
Well, Tyler Hero is
real quick. I need to see him do more. Yeah. I want to see him drop some triple doubles so that he can get in that conversation. I don't really do any stat checking for Tyler Hero because I'm not a Heat fan, but I do like Tyler Hero. He is a good player. He really showed his talents in that series against the Lakers. He shouldn't have done that lip move because that's really what triggered LeBron into, you know. But but I will say Tyler Hero is like, you know, he's getting up there. I will say that. He needs to prove, like, you know, you can't have 7-point games after being, you know, I don't know if this is like 100% true now, but a couple nights ago, maybe last night, they were saying that Tyler Hero had the most points in the preseason, you know?
Yeah, I did actually see that. From any player, he had the most points over the course of like 3 games.
You know, if that's true, I feel like, you know, you can't have a 7-point game and, you know, try to consider yourself good as Luka and all of them. But.
Well, for me, it's just like the one thing that he is not that Luka and Trey and them are. He's not the franchise player, but he also hasn't elevated himself into those talks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I will chalk it up to him just, not really being in the best shape to really go at it full head of steam last year.
Yeah.
But now he's got the team. He's got players that translate to his game, and Victor Oladipo and Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? Some good guys that are, just spot up shooters on top of the fact they attack you off the dribble. That's his type of game as well. So I feel like if he can learn from vets like that, and
Tucker.
Yeah. Well, if he can learn from vets like those, even PJ Tucker, yeah, and be around Jimmy, it can translate to something good. A lot of people get spoiled. They see Luka and Trey just light it up as soon as they come into the league. You know what I'm saying? John Morant. Look, not everybody starts out that way. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyler Hero, he's making a splash for himself. He did it his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? What more can you ask for? It's not, he doesn't need to jump the gun. Just keep progressing. And it doesn't have to be this year. It doesn't have to be next year. But you know what I'm saying? 2-3 years from now, you're going to be up there with them.
I just want to see him get progressively better until he's that, at that level as Luka and Trey and them.
Of course.
I think he can definitely hit there maybe in the next year or two if he really, really, really is consistent with it.
Yes.
I need to see, I want to see him get some, good assists in every game too. Because I know he has those scoring outbursts. And he can get a couple rebounds.
He's a sizable player. He's 6'3" and some more of that. You know what I'm saying? He got some size to him. What I want to see from him is maybe a little bit more muscle added on.
True.
And try to attack the basket hella. He's already pretty quick on his feet. So it's just to me, if he could get a real aggressive slash going to the cup, put a dunk in your bag, and it's just I don't know if the guy, he's got a lot of finesse to him, and I would like to see the smarts kind of translate into that. Yeah. And he's got the clutch gene, you know what I'm saying? I just hope, I don't know if the guy really has a bag to be that ISO player. All right, everybody clear out space for him. You know what I'm saying?
I think he gets clamped up a couple times.
Yeah, man.
Same, honestly, same with Duncan Robinson. I think he could work on some things too. I do think they're both really good players. I will say that they do kind of have good chemistry. Mm-hmm. Same with him and Jimmy. They both got good chemistry on and off the court. Bam, obviously, but I think you got a pretty good team on your hands this season.
Yeah, I think they're a sleeper for real. I mean, they're not a sleeper, but they're just one that people probably won't really mention as much. But it's just once Oladipo comes back and he starts doing him. Yeah, with the team. I mean, I don't gotta tell you, they're gonna be great. Yeah, they're gonna be great, the Miami Heat. But it's just once Victor Oladipo comes back, and if he can do any bit of that 2018 Oladipo, then it's just man, people are really gonna sing our praises and just know that we were here first because we're the realest. And it's just
he's a good slasher. I will say that. Yeah. But I wanted to lead that into my next point that the Miami Heat have nothing on the Nets.
Okay. All right. Well, I have one more question before we get out of here.
Yeah. All right.
Is there one more team that you think might underachieve this year?
How do we feel about the Mavericks this year? Do you think they got enough power to do it?
I don't think so. I think this offseason they should have really focused on getting another player. Yeah. The only way that they do it is if Luka becomes that guy. I mean, not a top 5 player. I mean, a top 2. I mean, he's got to assert himself up there with Bron, up there with Curry, up there with Giannis, and up there with Kawhi. If he can put his name up there with them and not be number 5, be better than one of them, actually better, then it's just then you got a guy on your hands. Because it's man, I don't know. I don't know if they want to, have Porzingis kind of bring it out the mud for them. I just don't know if it's going to happen. No. And it's not his fault. It's injuries. You know what I mean? It's not his fault. The guy just hasn't been healthy for a long time. And so I think, that takes a lot out of you, especially not playing NBA competition for a minute. Yeah. It takes a bit out of you. But, they'll get better. But I just think Kristaps might have to go.
That's what I was thinking too. And obviously, I think Luka's that guy. He's definitely shown that he can put a whooping on pretty much any team.
Yeah.
The Clippers last season in the playoffs, you saw him babying, he was babying Patrick Beverly, saying you're too small and stuff like that.
Still lost.
But they still lost, obviously. You can't beat Kawhi and all of them without, a good center that's supposed to get you rebounds.
Yeah.
They were just they were definitely missing a piece. I will say the Mavericks are definitely missing a piece.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I think every team's looking good. Maybe the Nuggets.
I was thinking that in my head. I was like, if anybody,
I know you like the Nuggets.
I love the Nuggets.
If anybody, you know what I'm saying, underachieves this year, it will be a healthy Jamal Murray coming back to the Nuggets, Jokic coming back to the Nuggets and not repeating the MVP performance that he did all last season, and Jamal Murray not repeating as good as he last was in the bubble. And they just finished as a lower seed than they did last year. They will underachieve for sure. And it's just like, it's one of those things. I feel like the bubble really was a change for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people might not have been so good.
Yeah.
But in a bubble, it's different. It's not crowd noise. You're not traveling.
That's
you're
all
on
they
the
have
road,
to do.
You're constantly,
you
know what I mean, in a gym,
basketball.
just playing.
Yeah.
And if you see videos of NBA players in a gym, it's like, they're relaxed. There's nobody in there. It's them in the basket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all it was.
And that's all it was.
That's all the bubble was.
And that's all it was. And you know what I'm saying? Jamal Murray, I feel like he's not going to be as good as people really expect. Because the last that people really saw of him just going off like that was in the bubble.
Yeah.
So that's my two teams that I feel like may underachieve. We got the Nuggets and we got the
Mavericks.
The Jazz might, just because they were so good last year.
Yes.
They were the number one seed. I don't see them.
Yeah.
I thought they underachieved anyways in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, there's no way that Kawhi goes down and you still lose, man. You still lose. But I mean, Paul George really is that team, which, I mean, I don't know. People don't really talk about, I don't know if it's because Rondo left or what. People don't really talk about the Clippers being one of those teams, but it's just like, man.
Once you have Kawhi and PG,
man. PG is good enough.
Yeah.
PG is good enough. I mean, we've seen him do it.
He'll put some points up for sure. He'll give you at least 20.
We've seen him, that injury probably set him back for a minute, but it's just like, I do believe in PG. I think Paul George has the potential to bring a team out the mud. I don't know if he has the potential to have one compete for a championship, but I mean, that Indiana team from back in the day, the one that used to go toe for toe with LeBron.
Oh yeah.
They reached some heights with him.
They did. Yeah.
And it's those are those are some of the craziest teams ever, built.
Yeah.
And I think and definitely in franchise history as well. Yeah. So I mean, I would definitely say that I have faith in Paul George. If he can hold it down for majority of the season and wait for Kawhi to get back, if Kawhi can come back.
Yeah.
Then
I stopped calling
it's raps, scary hours.
Yeah, I stopped calling PG Pandemic P like everyone else was calling him because he was doing his thing in the playoffs last season.
Yeah. But, wait. Yeah. He was, man. Yeah. Pandemic P, bro.
Yeah. That pandemic guy, whatever. But nah, he's a good player. I never really saw why people were hating on him that bad. He just had a couple off games.
I don't know, man. People don't have any sympathy anymore, but neither do we, so hey. Ruthless.
Anyways.
Well, hey.
That was the Jivetalk podcast.
Indeed.
That's all we got.
Y'all want tacos
Food.
this week? Tacos?
Waddy Burger.
We
actually had tacos.
We had tacos.
Oh, yeah, y'all did. Y'all went on a date.
Yeah.
All right, peace, y'all.
Peace.